Hello, everybody. I'm Thomas Pacman.
And I'm Brian D. And today we are having a nice little interview with the founder of GameChat, Michael.
Hello, Michael.
Hey, how's it going? How's it going? How's it going? Thank you for having me on. Really appreciate it, guys.
Yeah, of
Thank
course. So why don't we start, Michael? Why don't you tell us a little bit about yourself and what GameChat is? Just a rough overview of how you got started with it and all that jazz.
you. I'm a lifetime gamer. I play mostly on consoles. My favorite game right now is Overwatch, but I do like PUBG a lot. GameChat, essentially, the idea of it we built it at a hackathon co-sponsored by Microsoft, and what we wanted to do, we saw a problem. Like, I play on consoles, but I have a bunch of platforms I play on. I also have a PC. I have an Xbox, PlayStation. I play on my tablet sometimes. Outside of my PC, I have Steam and other things I play on. So I have all my friends, and I play different games with different friends. Halo on Xbox, and then I have my friends where I just play Call of Duty with. And what I noticed is I would use different applications to talk to them. And we were like, okay, I started researching, and I noticed the average gamer has about 3.8 platforms, and that's growing because more platforms are being built. And different, Atari's coming out, and different companies are actually coming out with different platforms. So I was like, okay, how can we solve this problem of having all these different platforms and making it easier for you to connect with your friends? How can we allow you to manage the community of friends that you have? And so that's kind of the genesis of what we built GameChat on, is just make it easier for you to connect with your friends no matter what platform they're on.
When I used to game back in the day, I think Tom also played on Xbox 360, and back in the day, like I would trying to get my friends all to get to Xbox and play together, because a lot of them were on PlayStation.
Right. Yeah. I had friends across all platforms.
Yeah, exactly.
Yep.
So this is really cool that you can interact with all of your friends across just one app. So.
Yep.
Is this app going to be just a mobile app, or have you guys decided maybe you want to move it to PC as well? Where are you guys kind of at with that?
But right now we're concentrated mostly on just the consoles, and it's mobile. So it's on right. Actually, it's iOS first. It's going to be on iOS, and it connects to Xbox and PlayStation, GameChat. And eventually we would like to go into Android and then add Steam and other platforms. But we're kind of just focused on iOS and PlayStation and Xbox as far as the first platforms to connect to.
Have you guys considered adding support for the Nintendo Switch at all?
We would love to. We would really love to. But Nintendo has an interesting reputation. I'll put it like that.
Gotcha.
They're actually getting better with being third party friendly. So that's a positive. So who knows in the future?
But that's only a recent thing.
Yeah.
Yes. I think I don't know what changed over there. Maybe something's different in the water, but I'm happy to see that.
I don't think we need to discuss how the Wii U was, so I think I'll just leave it at that.
Brian is very pro Nintendo, so he doesn't like talking badly about any of
My
their
baby.
I have a question.
What's up?
When you're making this, are you looking to connect players who are, one person could be playing this game, a friend could be playing this game, and just a way to chat no matter what game you're playing, if that makes sense?
Yes, we imagine it as being used in that capacity. One of the things that what we want to build out after the beta is, in a way, have it so when someone signs into GameChat, they connect their Xbox, their PlayStation, their Steam account, their phone number. So say, for example, I send a message to you on Xbox, right? And you're not on Xbox. Through GameChat, it could actually come out as a text message. So we call it smart wiring. That's something we want to work on immediately after the beta. And it's really just making it really easy for you to reach someone. And and we see a lot of potential with that, and a lot of people, especially in the FGC community, have said this is really cool. Like, we really want this.
I just wanted to clarify: is GameChat offering text chat as well as voice chat?
So right now it's just text, and we, for the foreseeable future, will be text. Eventually, we would like to jump into voice, but that's on the roadmap.
Gotcha. Cool.
Now going back to what I had previously said about the cross-platform thing, I'm seeing now personally, I'm seeing this as kind of a gateway. Assuming it picks up momentum and really reaches out to all corners of the gaming world. I see it as kind of an inspiration or motivation for more games to become cross-platform. Seeing that, if you can connect and talk with your friends on PlayStation to Xbox to PC, was that kind of an idea you had, or is that kind of just a good thing about it that maybe this could happen?
That is something, like I think like majority gamers, we want that to happen. I'm like one of those gamers like, yo, that'd be awesome if that does happen. And if this helps usher that in, that would be great. So one thing that we love is like, hey, all we need is the say so, the yes from Sony, and then we could just flip a switch and we're gonna have these people playing on both sides.
Right.
We were enthusiastic to hear that. And right now that story is still being still developing, but at the end of the day, if this helps usher in an era in which that happens, that's great, and we would love for that to happen.
You guys are currently in beta, correct?
So we are right now in towards the end of the development of the beta. So I would say in a couple months we should have a beta out.
Gotcha. So GameChat is currently not available for testing?
No, but you can sign up at getgamechat.com, and we will be sending out the beta in a couple months.
Cool. And just a little more background information. You guys are headquartered in New York City, I'm seeing, right?
Yes, actually in Dumbo.
Definitely a nice hub for decentralized gaming. I know it's two giant hubs, the New York area and then the LA area. So definitely a good location for that as an aspect.
Yeah, it really surprised me. I had a friend that's a manager at GameStop, and he was telling me how GameStop makes the most money in New York City, or in New York State almost. They make the most money by far of any other city.
Don't get me
there's a
started
lot
on
of gamers.
GameStop,
Huh? What'd you say?
Don't get me started on GameStop.
Yeah, but it's a lot. There are a lot of gamers. There are a lot of gamers here. A lot of gamers.
So, I'm not quite familiar if there's any kind of competition out on maybe iOS or Android. We are familiar with some on PC.
Yes.
But what are your thoughts about like you guys as GameChat, going up against some of the bigger already established applications for this kind of thing? What makes you guys stand out, I guess?
Yeah, let's talk about the elephant in the room, Discord. So Discord, what they're doing is amazing. It's a lot like Slack, and what we're trying to do is a lot different. We consider ourselves more of the WhatsApp for gaming. They're more like the Slack for gaming. They take a community of people, you join that community, you're able to talk within that community. What we're concentrated on is integrating within existing communities and making it easier for you to interact between those communities or within those communities. So we see, we love what they do. We love their promotion. We love a lot of what they do. And we take note of it, but we're not concentrated on their market, their PC. We are concentrated on console and integrating with these different platforms. And that's kind of the perspective we're taking now.
Yeah. So I see on your website you have your homepage and your blog. What else are you guys doing right now to kind of spread the word? I mean, I see you have Facebook, you have Twitter. How is your spread going? Do you see yourselves getting somewhat of a following, or just a little bit upon that?
Yeah. So interesting enough, we did a lot of events with the FGC community, fighting game community here in New York City. And we started showing up on streams, showing up at a lot more events, and we had a following. People were like looking for the application and ready for it. And it's just, we were just diligently trying to get it out there. So we've been working on a couple campaigns that you'll see hopefully before the beta drops. But for the most part, we've been doing a lot more in-person events, and just a lot more just marketing as far as just creating funny memes, just just one-on-one conversations with people, showing the beta to individuals, and things of that nature. So it's a journey. I tell you that, it's a journey working with gamers.
Yeah, it sounds like it's going well so far. So I'm looking at your website. Quick side note: I'm seeing on your website. I really like the background. I really like it. There's a lot of stuff.
That's funny because our designer would love.
Appears to be a face staring at me. I see two separate images of eyes and a controller that looks like a nose, and the word life that appears to be a mouth. And online is above it that looks like a forehead, and I see an outline. It's very creepy. The website, it definitely looks cool, but that is definitely, I can't stop seeing that now. There.
You can't unsee it once you see it.
Exactly. One of the things, you see it and you can't unsee it.
I gotta, I guess, thank or talk to my designer about that.
I'm sure he'll be pleased to hear that.
This is what I see. This is what I do. I notice these kinds of things.
He's a
it's a blessing and a curse.
It's a curse.
It's a curse.
It's not a blessing.
Who am I kidding? It's definitely a curse. Is there a specific event that's coming up that you're going to be showcasing GameChat or?
So every year we've been doing this like kind of esports event. We bring different people from the esports community within New York City and almost tri-state area together. So last year we had an ESL representative, someone from Tyler from a good friend of mine, and I'm blanking on the organization, but he basically is running the NCAA of esports. We had someone from Jennifer who's working for the Microsoft Store. We bring people from different parts of esports.
Okay.
FGC community, PC. We had one of the guys that's running one of the biggest LAN parties in the Northeast come to our event, and basically we get them together and we have them speak. We're doing this every year. This year we have one. I'm trying to plan one maybe in 3 to 4 months, maybe a little earlier. But basically, what GameChat is just we want to be seen as something that an organization that's bringing these communities together, just like our application. But the organization itself wants to just see. Normally, I don't know if you guys know much about the New York scene, but there's a lot of clicks and a lot of friction between people for various reasons. And what we want to do is kind of get rid of that and have everyone come in a room and talk about what esports is, what gaming is to them, and how they got to this point of where they have a yearly event that brings 1,000 people into a hotel and they play Street Fighter, and they have sponsors, and they have all these. How did they get to that? How did they get there? How can a gamer be a part of that? How can I, the normal person, the average playing a video game, I aspire to become a pro gamer, or I aspire to run an esports organization. How can I get there? And that's kind of the genesis of where this event came from. The very first event we did 2 years ago is New York City ready for esports? And the second one we did last year was the state of play, esports state of play. And this year we're going to have the same thing. And this year I want to concentrate on individuals that own gaming lounges or esports lounges within New York City, or I say or I should say gaming related lounges, because sometimes it's just not around gaming. But I kind of want to put them in a room and have them talk about having an actual location and being in esports and how that works, and the ups and downs of that, being a store owner. There's a lot that I think they have to say and would love to say. So that's an aspect of what we're trying to do.
You said something about friction. It also definitely sounds like, and I had thought of this before, I forgot to mention it, but it sounds like it can definitely bring together gamers, not only in the esports community, but also those who are in the midst of a war between Sony and Microsoft. I know that's been an ongoing thing for basically the genesis of both consoles, which is better, Xbox or PlayStation. Sounds like this could definitely bring together those people and maybe put an end to the war finally.
Yeah. I mean, we always take the perspective that it's apples and oranges. It's not necessarily Xbox and PlayStation. Which one's better? Which one has better gamers? I mean, which one has better games? Which one has better community? It's apples and oranges. There's certain games you only play on Xbox that are great, and there's only certain games you can play PlayStation that are great. At the end of the day, it's what you choose. Some people, I look at my data, and a lot of people have chosen to buy both consoles because there's different flavors to both, and that's kind of our perspective as well.
So you guys mentioned earlier, you were talking a little bit about events. After you guys launch, will there ever be like a way that maybe people could test out GameChat at like an event, say maybe like a PAX East, maybe something like that?
Yes, definitely. We don't have any events planned for right now for this year, but definitely, we want to definitely go to PAX East. We definitely want to go to any major gaming tournament in the Northeast, particularly New York City. We're going to try to be at almost every one. So yes, if you're at one of those events, definitely. If you signed up, we're definitely going to be reaching out to you when we're ready. So
awesome.
I would encourage everyone to sign up. Go to getgamechat.com and sign up. And if you want to learn more about what we're doing or laugh at some of the funny things we post, follow us on Twitter, follow us on Instagram, as well as Facebook. And you can find us at Get Game Chat or Game Chat on all those things.
Do you guys post extra dank memes?
Oh boy, Brian's all about the dank memes.
Yes, that's some of the things we post. Yes.
Oh, great! Brian will be all over
Perfect. Everybody slam that follow button as hard as you can.
It also looks like you have some pretty cool blogs on your website as well. Some cool topics you have going about. Looks like back from February though.
Yeah, full disclosure, we kind of walked away from blog a bit. We're probably going to jump back into it and kind of concentrate just on development. Well, before then, we're doing a lot of listicles and a lot of interesting things. We had one about how Kratos was a vegan, and and that kind of gave him powers. But anyway, that's it. We had some interesting stuff up there. Cool stuff. So you guys check it out if you can.
And the link for all this will be down in the description below. You guys can check it out, click around. I'll put a few links down there for you guys.
So touching on the point earlier about esports, for many of you out there, you guys know that Tom and I come from a background, at Seton Hall. We were very heavily
we're a bit
involved.
Pro gamers, no big deal.
Pro gamers, you could say.
Pro gamers, we live Mountain Dew.
Yeah, we drink Mountain Dew, we eat Doritos, and but anyway,
Hot
getting off the
Pockets.
memes. Yeah, Hot Pockets.
The meatloaf.
So you guys know that we were like pretty heavily involved with all of that stuff. Michael, what are your plans, I guess, for maybe touching esports at a collegiate level as well as esports as a whole?
So one of the things we wanted to do, because I played in college as well, is we noticed that the prizes that they give out, in these esports tournaments and at a collegiate level, sometimes you'll get a shirt, sometimes you'll get like a cool trinket. But we started working on actually developing medals that wouldn't be too expensive for the collegiate organization, and we would be able to provide these to these different esports organizations at a relatively low cost, and they look really cool. I wish I had a picture to send it to you guys or show you guys, but they look awesome. And so that's one of the ways we wanted to give back to the esports community as we're growing this application and help the esports community.
So working on a project like this, it's not free to do, obviously. How are you guys planning on financing all this and moving forward?
Well, we're looking heavily into creating themes, emojis, and stickers within the application. So there would be a store in which you can purchase these things, and they would either be around a game or a meme or a community. In addition to that, we're actually looking into creating bots that you're able to friend and interact with that give you some sort of value, whether that's laughter or how to defeat a boss within a game or how to get better at certain games.
So
okay, that's pretty cool. Sorry, Brian, did you have something?
No, you can say what you're gonna say.
Would like each bot have its own price? Like, would you buy a bot to use, whether it be like informational or whether it be just for fun? And same with the emojis. Would they be you pay for like a pack of PUBG emojis or pay for a pack of Halo emojis? Like, what were those ideas?
So we're still exploring those, but it would what you said, yeah. So you would buy a pack of emojis and/or themes and a bot within it. So we're thinking about packaging everything within one package. So you pay $10 for the X, and the X meaning whatever theme that may be or game related to that. But we're really experimenting with that. So we're a little early as far as the financial plan and implementing it. We have a lot of experimenting to do with that.
We talked a little bit about the esports community. Something we haven't addressed yet would be content creators, Twitch streamers, YouTube content creators, other platforms as well. How do you guys plan on, I guess, targeting or marketing to that community?
One of the things that how we target the Twitch community is we tend to find a upcoming streamer or find a gaming organization that's running an event, and we tend to pay for sponsorship of the event or streamer. And so with that, the paying for the sponsorship, we want that person to become our champion for GameChat and have that person use it and tell their following about it. So that's kind of how we plan to expand within the Twitch communities. And YouTube is really create a relationship. A lot of these Twitch gamers and YouTube gamers, and show them how cool the app is, and have them tell their following like, hey, you need to use this. This is awesome. I'm able to do this. I'm able to talk to my friends in this way. And that is kind of how we plan to expand within those communities.
Gotcha. So would there be, I guess this is after you guys launch, probably after beta, I would assume.
Yes.
Yep. Would there be some kind of application process for this, or would this kind of be you guys kind of scout out the people that you would want to have use your application?
So initially we're going to be scouting, but we'll definitely have something on our website that allows people to apply. Very similar, I guess, to Discord partners. So we're going to have something very similar to that.
So where exactly are you guys in terms of development? I know you mentioned that you were in late alpha and you're looking to go into beta soon. In terms of the app itself, where are you exactly in that development process?
So we have integrated one platform completely, and now we're working on integrating the next one. Integration takes us sitting down with the developers, integrating it, and then testing every week. So I try to refrain from giving timelines, at least initially right now, but I really want to say a month or two before we open it up into at least a closed beta, where other people use it off of something like test flight, for example. Okay. So that's where we are.
You said you had one platform already, looking for another. What platform is that you have it now?
So right now we have Xbox integrated,
Cool. Okay.
And so we're working on PlayStation.
So you guys just mentioned that you've integrated one platform fully. Were there any features that maybe you started working on with GameChat, but then later decided, okay, maybe we'll hold off on these for now? Or are there features that you guys are looking to add? I know we mentioned voice chat earlier, as well as some like stickers, not that kind of stuff that maybe you could, get to incentivize it a little bit.
So two things that we definitely want to add. The number one request thing is voice. Eventually we want to add voice, but we have to get text working perfectly. So, when you send a message from your phone to the console and the console to your phone, that works beautifully and works very well before you can tackle voice. So that's one of the big things that we want to tackle. The immediate next thing, one of the other things we want to tackle is that one profile, you attaching, just like when you go onto your phone and when you're creating a contact, you put someone's email, their phone number, their Facebook account, you kind of attach everything associated with that person. This one account concept for a gamer, we kind of want to do the same thing, and that's a longer term, or I would say down the road on a roadmap. Those two come to mind immediately. Another, the ability to send actually photos. That's something we definitely think that the gamers want to do, and we would like to do as well. And so that's something else on the roadmap as well.
Going off of that, I haven't personally used my Xbox in a while. I don't really remember like how the chatting works and everything.
And he refuses to give it to me.
Pay for it. Give me the money. Give me that sweet cash money. Give me that YouTube ad revenue.
Oh boy.
Too soon. I'm sorry. Anyway, what I was gonna ask is how would adding pictures and that kind of stuff work between someone talking from console and someone talking from the phone? I'm guessing you'll have much more functionality in your chat on the mobile app than they have in their chat or sending messages on console.
So right now we're going to adhere to whatever you're able to do within that platform. So I know within Xbox right now you can send photos. PlayStation, I believe so as well. So we're only going to just kind of follow what we're able to within that platform. When we expand a little bit more and push the limits, maybe we'll try adding different functionality that may not be within that platform. Thank you guys for taking the time out and interviewing us, and we really appreciate it here at GameChat. We really appreciate you guys.
Brian, any final thoughts from you?
Final thoughts? This might get me to break out the Xbox again. I just might have to, because I used to play on my Xbox all the time. I was the kind of person who would be playing Halo the minute I got home from school till the minute I went to bed. And like I miss those days, and I had so many friends that like I met through there, and like we still talk like occasionally like online. So maybe I'll have to break this out and be like, hey, you guys should all get GameChat. Do it now. Do it.
Just do it.
Oh, they say I'm the king of dead memes. Oh boy.
I'm definitely looking forward to see what it's going to do with the whole Xbox versus PlayStation war. And I'm also really looking forward to see if this can really motivate, like I said before, developers to make more cross-platforming games, since you'll be able to communicate. So next step would be to actually be able to play together. So I'm really looking forward to that.
Yeah. That's our hope. Bringing a new era of gaming.
Awesome. So Michael, thank you so much for chatting with us today. We definitely learned a lot about GameChat and about what you guys are about and your plans and aspirations and all that jazz.
That was a very slick pun you threw in there. Very sly. You said, thanks for chatting with us today.
Oh, that was not even.
I wasn't going to let that one go.
I'm just so clever. It just happens without me even meaning it to happen. That's just where I'm at in life.
So if you guys are interested in checking out GameChat, you can go to getgamechat.com. That's right?
Yep.
And you guys should definitely go follow them on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, as well as their website. Go do all that. Sign up. They'll let you know when everything's starting to roll out.
And again, all these links will be in the description down below, so definitely check them out.
Thanks again, guys. I really appreciate it. Thank you so much.
Of course. Our pleasure. But that's going to be it for this video. So thank you everybody so much for watching. Once again, I'm Thomas Pac-Man.
And I'm Brian D.
And we'll see you next time.